Okie dokie. Hello everyone, my kitchen is kind of a mess, but not really, I guess, because I have all the space in the world now. What a lucky girl I am. Happy Tuesday. Um, we are going to be trying to make some chili crisp oil, which are essentially the same thing, just one has less oil ratio and one has more oil ratio relative to the crunchies that you're putting in it. Um, so that's happening, and we're going to be using a lot of burlap and barrel spices because I feel like I should be experimenting with them a little bit more in my day-to-day life, just so I can get a gauge of what all the flavors are, for future newsletter writing purposes and for my own education. But we will be making red bean congee very quickly for Lalo first because I got a text last. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna close the window. I love Jackson Heights. I just fucking hate this intersection. People honk like they have zero patience, which they have no zero patience. They should also just like not honk, maybe. Wonder if I can petition 311 for this noise complaint. Anyway, what was I saying? Red bean congee, because I got a text from the nurse at Grandma's facility last night at around midnight. Midnight. And he was like, we did a full metabolic panel on your grandma. Doctor says her hydration levels are very below average, and we have to put hydration IV on her for 3 days. And I was like, girl, you do not want to do that. Because when grandma first went into this facility and they had her on IV for antibiotics, which was way more important than hydration, she fucking cut the IV cord with a pair of scissors. I was like, if you put an IV in her, she's gonna hate it, she's gonna act out, you're gonna hate it, I'm gonna act out, we're all gonna lose our minds collectively, so let's just not. And he was like, great, we'll hold until tomorrow when you can come into the morning and talk to the head nurse. And I said, great, thank you so much. So I went in this morning, head nurse and I are on the same page. He said it's not crucial or essential. We should just encourage grandma to drink more water. And if she doesn't, the head nurse is basically going to just try to flood grandma with water before her next follow-up, which is in a week, because the facility has an obligation to make sure all of their residents meet basic levels of functioning. So it's kind of like a, their responsibility, their liability to make sure grandma's up to standards on all those metabolic functions metrics. But grandma is a stubborn little bitch. She's a stubborn little jerk. Her refusing to drink water, I think, comes out of a fear of having to go to the bathroom too often because she's not very mobile anymore, and she hates having to wait for a nurse to come fetch her, so she just like always goes to the bathroom alone on her own, which leads to a lot of falls, which leads to injuries, and this was actually something that happened when she was still living with my mom. My mom's house had a flight of stairs, and mom always told grandma, like, anytime you need to come down the stairs, yell at me first so I can come help you and supervise your descent downstairs. And one day, grandma didn't do that, fell down the stairs, broke her hip, got hospitalized, and had surgery during the middle of the pandemic. And I believe that was what started breaking mom. That was October of 2020, in the middle of one of the most heightened phases of transmission. And they wouldn't let family members visit for, non-emergency visits. So mom, with a language barrier at a facility that grandma was entered into after her surgery was completed, could not really communicate with the staff there, and grandma apparently got so frightened and honestly bratty about everything, she tried to commit suicide by, or at least threatening suicide by choking herself with her little belt, which freaked mom out obviously, but I think that was basically a year before mom's death. And I think that was the point at which it drove mom nuts, just with the language barrier, with COVID, with barriers to seeing grandma, with grandma freaking out, with grandma's constant complaints, with the staff's constant complaints. So um, it's almost like I'm reliving uh, mom's Groundhog Day in a way, except I'm equipped to deal with it now, both in terms of language and access, and I have it so much more easy than mom had it. But here we are. So red bean congee for grandma first. Mom did kind of just drop dead, but there's a lot of things that went into her dropping dead. So take care of your mental health, take care of your stress levels, and take care of yourselves. It's really not easy dealing with aging, and then you add on the pandemic, and you add on language barriers, and you add on just general family difficulties. So I've had these red beans soaking all day. We're just going to rinse them. Make sure all the grit is washed out and the water is running clear. And then I'm going to add some glutinous rice and a little bit of red sugar and a little bit of granulated sugar, and we'll let it go while we make the chili boil. I think in a way, our worst nightmares do come true. I think it's not about trying to prevent or escape the worst case scenarios, but rather trying to prepare for them. And I think mom was simultaneously expending energy on both trying to prepare for them and escaping them. And really, I think she excelled at burning herself out on two fronts. Is the image smoother today by any chance? Yeah, I don't know what happened. I noticed some setting flipped in YouTube right before I went live. So again, I didn't touch a thing, but I bought this from Goodwill before the pandemic started, Ram. But I asked Uncle about Grandma's behaviors, and he said even when she was in her 70s, she was basically this way. It just got worse in the last 2 decades as she aged. I think he said the turning point of her really getting this way was when my grandpa died, because grandpa was the one person who was like really stoically repressed and put up with her. So I think when he died, something just snapped. Okie dokie. We're gonna put in some red sugar and granulated sugar. Ooh, that is strong. And maybe a pinch of salt. Okay, done. Easy peasy. Cool. For our chili oil, we are working with, oh shit. I gotta make some youtiao dough too. I'll do that next. I'm tired. For our chili oil experiment, it'll be for this Sunday newsletter's content. We are working with whole cobanero chilies, and I was thinking, well, we carry both a flaked cobanero chili, and now we have a whole one, so now I have to tell people what the whole one is good for that the flaked one might not be. And the flaked one is pretty tiny, so it burns very easily if you put it into sizzling hot oil, but the whole ones, being more whole and bigger in size, can withstand heat much more readily without burning. So I figured chili oil would be a good application, and I feel like everybody likes chili oil, so it might be nice to have like a little homemade chili oil tip in the newsletter. So that's what we're going to work on tonight. I have been scheduling these lives ahead of time, unlike me, I know, but I'm starting to go back to using these lives as a way of building structure into my life, the same way that I began the lives back in 2021, was it? Because I wanted to have something to cut myself off from working over my 8 to 9 hours of work every day, and let's see if this helps me build some more structure into my life of trying to get other shit done before I go live and blocking out my time, because I haven't been really good at blocking my day out. So we're trying things and seeing where they take us. I don't really think I need a planner. I have Google Maps. I think I just need to hold myself accountable, which is always harder than you think it is, you know? Really, what I'm lacking is determination. And what creates determination is drive and motivation. And seeing as I have neither drive nor motivation right now in my life, it naturally makes sense that I have no structure. I have no impetus for me to do things, you know? So how do I create impetus? I must reach for things outside of myself in some way, and find value in them, or instill value in them, or manufacture value in them, and hopefully have them align with my values. So very abstract ideas to mull on a Tuesday evening, but nonetheless they are what go through my head. And bought myself know, pears are good. We like pears. And when I have virtual people in my kitchen, I feel like I should clean it up a little bit. So this is extrinsic motivation that is intrinsically manufactured. Which, if you think about it, as adults, most of our motivations are intrinsically motivated. Pears also give me digestive problems, but I try not to eat more than one a day. As soon as I eat more than one pear, it's a problem. So I'm gonna wash my hands so we can handle the chilies with bare hands, which, yes, is a scary game to play sometimes. We're gonna have to wash our hands very carefully. My dad also swears by apple juice. I wonder what it is about apple juice. Okay. Whole cobanero chili from Coban, Guatemala. You can smell the spicy. They smell good. They look like little dried dates. Let me show you what the ground cobanero chili flakes look like. And maybe you'll understand what I was talking about earlier. That's the wrong chili. So this is how finely ground it normally is. You can see the flakes on there. It's an uneven grind, but they're very tiny. So what I'm going to do is maybe try to slice these into rings with a pair of scissors. They have a sun-dried tomato smell to them too. And we're gonna find a clean jar, because we need a clean jar. But actually, we're going to sizzle it in a metal bowl first, and then we're pouring it into a jar. That way, we don't have any exploding glass. Crunchy. Oh, they're very crunchy. Okay. So, can't really slice them into rings, I guess. Just slice them into flakes, almost. My plan has been thwarted. I could also give a tip about how you can use the seeds separately, you know. That's actually a good point, June. You're very brilliant. Nobody ever recognizes your brilliance. If you separate out the seeds, you might be able to make a milder chili. So I'm not sure why I'm buffering. Seems fine over here. I don't know why you're buffering. Refresh the page, guys. When in doubt, always refresh your page first. I'm not saying it's always not my fault, but sometimes it's not my fault. I think cobanero is just a type of chili. I'm not sure, I'm not positive. I should be sure, but I'm currently not sure. So I think what I want to do is I want to taste some of the flakes, the chili membrane, and then the chili seeds, just to see if there's a spice difference, before I continue crushing more of them. Are we ready for this chili taste test? My mini ulcer is like, please God, no. That's pretty spicy. I don't even want to eat the seeds now. Let's make ourselves a protein shake. Oh God, it hurts. Oh. This is not pleasant right now. I don't have ice cream. I have vodka whipped cream. Oh God. Should have been prepared for this, huh? sweating. It's sweating. Bro, there's still chunks in there. Shake more. All right, we're gonna go in for the seeds. You ready? I'm not. It's bad because I can't taste anything anymore. Doesn't hurt any more than the peppers. I actually don't think this is worth separating because the chilies are so tiny and they don't really cut very well with scissors. I would just crush it with your fingies. I think ever since I got COVID, I got very crazy. Let's just be honest. Ever since I got fired, I got crazy. But I think before I got fired, I got crazy. Because that's how I got so outspoken, huh? Yeah, don't touch your face. Truly do not touch your face. The pain is back. But this doesn't measure up to having your period pain. If you can survive a period, you can survive this. For sure, Z's. I probably should have showered before I did this. We're gonna have to wash our hands really well. I'm making a chili oil for my job. I'll probably end up just keeping it in my fridge for friends. Ah! Whew. Girl! That little pepper did me in. Oh, God. Yeah, Erin might appreciate this food gift for sure. Do we think that's like a tablespoon? Ugh. You're getting all this bodily sounds from me tonight. All of them. time you come over, anytime, girlfriend, and you can try it, okay? Yeah, I would say this is about 2 heaping tablespoons. We're gonna wash our hands now very carefully, maybe 4 times, okay? We're gonna wash our hands very carefully. What does a, oh God, washing the hands is making me cough. Uh-oh. I don't like that. What does a hot flash feel like? I want to know what's in my future. You guys know how like the air surrounding sriracha plants is basically toxic to breathe? Well, if you guys want to spice things up in the bedroom, that's certainly one way to go about it. This is actually making my hands hurt more washing it now. I don't know why. This is strange. I was not expecting this. Yeah, I'm drinking milk. I have all of Grandma's milks. I'll take the warm body heat over pain of intestines being pulled out by vultures anytime. Okay. I should write this recipe down. Two tablespoons crushed whole cobaneros. Okay. Next. Don't worry, I'm my own scribe today. I got this. It's my job. I need to do it. Alright, next I'm going to go in with a little bit of smoked chipotle. Just have an extra pepper in there. This one smells so good. This is a finer grind, like this. Way finer grind. One teaspoon of that. I actually don't have raw garlic, I just realized, which always goes into my chili oil, but not today. I guess we'll have to use some garlic powder. That works, huh? Sell more products. smoked star anise. You smell good, girl. Actually, let's do 2. Let's do 2 smoked star anise. Because we want a little sweetness. There we go. Then we're gonna do some cumin. 1 teaspoon. And now we have all of these things that I will have to grind. So, first up is fermented white pepper. I wish I had the shallot slices, but I realized I don't have shallot slices. Those would have been really good, actually. Sad. But I could do some scallions, maybe. They might burn, though, so maybe not, actually. I could do some garlic scapes. Those could be crunchy and good, for sure. But I will say these, I use these white pepper in my dinner tonight. They're very fresh tasting. I feel like a lot of white pepper that I get in the States is like very musty. And I've always gotten used to white pepper tasting musty, but I'm now realizing maybe they shouldn't taste so musty. This tastes a little bit more like a black peppercorn. And a little bit less harshly plastic. Does anyone else taste the plastic in white pepper sometimes? I don't have chopped peanuts, but I do have cashews. One teaspoon of fermented ground white pepper. Okay. Next we have coriander. I was thinking if I wanted to, I could fry the cashews in the oil before we pour it over the chilies. Here is some coriander that we are going to grind. I am still going through the farm school program, yes, it's a year long. It's going through November. Or maybe October, it's going through October. This is what the freshly ground white pepper here looks like. I can assure you it does not smell like bad breath. This coriander smells good too. Very flowery smelling. Need a little bit more. Farm school is definitely not what I expected it to be. Like, I don't think I'm gonna walk out of this program knowing exactly what to do to start a farm or to work on a farm, but I think it's giving me very basic knowledge that I'm getting, like a Sparks Notes version of being a farmer. And I think it's also like providing a lot of life advice in a way that I think will be very useful for me in terms of reframing the way I think about how to live. It sounds very philosophical from time to time. And I wasn't expecting that. That has been a pleasant surprise, I think. Timor pepper. I do love this pepper a lot. It smells so good. It smells like flowery blossoms married with a juicy tangerine peel. It's so delightfully fruity and floral. This is a surprise for me when I first smelled it, and I would recommend that you try out the wild Timor pepper. If you've never had it. Hi, Philippines. Oh, I forgot to write things down. Not good at this. 1 teaspoon ground coriander. Hi, Malaysia. I'll show you the label after I finish grinding. Timor, Timur, Timor pepper. It is from Nepal. It is not a smell I've ever smelled before, and I want it in a candle. Hi, Alaska. This grinder is not doing a very good job at grinding fast enough, unfortunately, because it's a very light pepper, so there's no weight pushing down on it. Ay, ay. Here's the label. Wild Timor pepper. Here's the grind. Have a good night. Damn, I gotta do one more of that. Jesus. Speed grind. Are you okay, grinder? Do you need some help? Oh, we got a culprit. He's stuck. That's why you're not grinding? There we go. He didn't escape. He just got killed first. He was trying to be a savior for all his pepper friends. Little do they know their destiny was doomed from the beginning. Hello, Pittsburgh. I didn't know California had a Pittsburgh too. Huh. Yeah, I know about plastic grinders. I know. Well, I don't know how to make candles, but if you do, certainly, I'm sure that's possible. I'm gonna call that a teaspoon because I'm tired of grinding. Smells so good, y'all. Smells so good. We're going to add in 2 teaspoons of caramelized onions, and I'm just going to crush them a little bit in my hands. My hands smell so good. All right, what did we do? 2 teaspoons caramelized onions, 1 teaspoon ground Timor, let me think about whether or not I want to add this. I don't want to add it. That's a no dog for me. Do I want to add some scallions? I might want to add in some scallions. I'm a little afraid they'll burn, but YOLO. 1 teaspoon. For the shallot and garlic powder, we're gonna add them after the oil goes in. I do not want to burn these powders. They are very, very fine. So I'm going to measure them out now so that we're ready for them. So a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And a 1/2 teaspoon of shallot. Writing these down. 1/4 garlic. 1 teaspoon shallot. After oil, we are going to go in with how much white sesame seeds? Let me think. 2 teaspoons too much? Maybe. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoon, 3 teaspoon. A tablespoon then. What are we missing? Are we missing anything? It's beautiful, guys. Absolutely darling. Wrong! 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon, but 4 tablespoons equals a 1/4 cup. The American system of measuring food is so freaking confusing. Clove? You want clove in here? I don't know how I feel about clove. That's interesting. Do you guys want clove in here? Vote now. Oh, yes. Oh my God. I should add vanilla sugar. Sell it. Clove seems more Jamaican, and they would be strong. 4 tablespoons is a 1/4 cup. One teaspoon or 2 teaspoons sugar, guys? How many teaspoons sugar? And we gotta add some salt too now. Two teaspoons wins. It'll tame the heat. I approve. It'll tame the heat, but keep the flavor. All right, sugar, salt, spices. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 burlap and barrel ingredients in here currently with sesame, which we don't carry. Yeah, I do have Korean gochugaru, but I'm just gonna try to stick with all burlap and barrel ingredients for now. I do wanna, I do want to make some gochugaru frying action happen tonight while I'm heating up the pot though, because that gochugaru untoasted is not very delicious. Okay. Let me see how much oil we're gonna heat up. Let's do 1 cup of oil, so 240 grams. Okay, we're just gonna heat it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fry some cashews in here. don't have any more containers. But 5 pounds sounds like a lot of pepper. Oh yeah, I don't make kimchi. That makes sense. That makes sense. My fingers hurt. My fingers hurt a lot. Yeah. I know. I actually like top freezer better, to be honest. I'm just more, I grew up with top freezer, so it feels more familiar to me. Does anyone do the toothpick trick or the chopstick trick to see if your oil is ready? You put a chopstick in there and you see if there's air escaping. A little bit of bubbling, but not quite. Why does French door fridge and freezer suck? That's what I had at Woodside. You didn't like it? I don't know if we're talking about the same kind of French door. My French door fridge was very wide. It was much wider than this. Ah, here we go. Yes. Now, how do I fry this without making a mess? I don't think I can. Maybe I won't fry the cashews. Maybe this was a bad idea. I may not fry the cashews on this round. Oh, yeah. Now there's oil all over my floor. And my shirt. And my pants. June continues to be a mess. With a lot of hair on her kitchen floor, too. Ew. All right. think this oil might be ready. Hear that? It's frying the chopstick. You see that? Pour slowly, okay? Bye. Have a good lawn mowing session. And now we add in the powders. You joined too late, Mary. There's like 15 things in here. You're gonna have to rewatch the live later, my friend. Excuse me. I'm letting loose tonight, guys. You're hearing all of my burps. All of them. All right, we're gonna let that cool off. And now we're gonna heat other oil for our gochugaru. I think for the gochugaru, I've been farting, Jason. You just haven't been paying attention, damn it. Sad. Same amount of sesame seeds, I think. Maybe more, maybe 4 teaspoons. This is just for myself, so it's much less cereal, y'all. Much less cereal. I'm going to use the same metal bowl so I don't have to wash 2 oily things. But I'm measuring everything out here so that once that oil cools down a little bit, we can transfer it to a glass container and then I can just pour over in there. I'm also gonna go with a teaspoon of salt in here. Vanilla. I'm using the Selena crystal salt. It's very chunky salt. It comes from Syracuse Salt Co., a father-daughter team in the Salt City. Salt deposits left behind by an ancient ocean folded deep into the Salina Shale formation by glacial movement. Natural brine is carefully evaporated into crunchy, pristine salt crystals, perfect for sprinkling over everything from steaks to brownies. Might be too much salt, but remember, this is a condiment. So you're not drinking this. You're not drinking all 1 teaspoon of salt in one go. You're just using it as a topping, right? So condiments tend to be pretty salty, you know, for the most part. I think I might just keep it to white pepper for the gochugaru. I don't really want too many things in there, but I will add in purple shallot and garlic later, maybe. Even the Timor pepper might be too much, and the cumin might be distracting. Timor does smell so good, though. What else can I put into the gochugaru? Don't know. I'll think about it. What up, Syracuse? All right, so gochugaru. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 teaspoons of gochugaru in here, since nothing else is going in. And did I put sesame in here yet? I'm losing it. I did. Great. Okay. This is gonna have to chill for a little bit, and I'm very curious to see if I burned all the scallions, which is very possible. But this will give us a good opportunity to make that youtiao dough for Grandma. Okay, burnt fresh scallions though, Ram, are delicious. Those are a artisanal burn, okay? Burnt alliums on the grill, I know they're probably filled with carcinogens, but they just contribute a taste that is so distinctively good. I've never been to Mexico. I want to. I keep joking about it in real life, and my friends are getting used to it now, but every time I talk about wanting to travel, I'm just like, just waiting for Grandma to die. But I'm okay, honestly. I've factored in to my life that Grandma's gonna live to maybe beyond 100, and I'm mentally prepared to not travel until I'm 40. If I bring Grandma, I might die before she will. I think she will drive me absolutely bonkers. So I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay. Mom tried to bring Grandma on trips. They did not go well. That's why Mom stopped traveling. Mom wanted to travel everywhere, and she unfortunately did not get to. Hello, Sandra. Okay, now we are going to make our youtiao dough. 2.25 cups of flour. Yes, it is Korean flour, indeed. I find that Korean flour works best, lo and behold, for all my Asian needs. I do not like it for American baking, so I buy this for Grandma if it goes on sale, and then I buy American flour for my own baking needs. I think it has maybe a slightly lower protein content. We are going in with 2 tablespoons of starch. I have tapioca starch. It's been working great. Then we are going in with some salt, which we need to refill. You know, I'm surprised that I'm not choking with coughing from the chili oil frying. I thought I would be choking a little more. That's fascinating. Good night. Baking powder and baking soda. And sugar. I was into chili oil and ranch according to my last long form video, but you know, don't always believe everything you see on the internet. Sometimes people lie. And sometimes they're just delusional. And sometimes they fake it till they make it and lies become the truth. So who knows if I was telling the truth or not anymore. Okay, I've been using a little bit of polenta in Grandma's donuts. And I've also been using her own milk cartons in her youtiao to give back some of what she's given to me. But also because I'm actually lactose intolerant. You're still a fan. Oh, thank you. How long will the chili oil last? It will last almost forever in the fridge. I made some last year in December and my friend just ate it and he hasn't died yet, so I think we're good. Keep it in the fridge. Keep it in the fridge. Have I tried dipping youtiao in pho? I have not, because I don't really eat pho that often and I never make it, and maybe I should. Yeah, the small milk cartons are from Grandma. I don't buy cow's milk unless I need it for recipe development because I'm lactose intolerant and most dairy farm conditions are horrible, so When I did work at Hearst, I tried to buy the really organic shit, but now I don't. I don't actually want to buy any packaged milk, to be honest with you. I think they're a waste. Especially if it's a vegan milk, you can just as well make it at home, honestly. So I don't really see an excuse to not make it at home. Vietnamese food content when? I don't know, bro. I'm gonna have to learn how to make it first, right? Or you want me to go eat Vietnamese? That's much easier. I have tried goat's milk. I like it. There actually used to be an ice cream shop called Victory Garden in maybe the West Village, and they specialize in goat milk soft serve, and I love that shit. It was so bougie for me at the time. It was like $6.50 in maybe 2016, which was quite a bit of money for me, making minimum wage at $10 an hour. But I still love to eat it, and I think I ate it maybe 3 or 4 times before they shuttered, unfortunately. So I love Vietnamese food. Aaron used to think that Vietnamese food is boring. I don't know if his opinion of it has changed, but I love Vietnamese food. I think it's very comforting. I think it's light and delicious and flavorful without being, you know, limelight hogging. It's just a very open cuisine. The flavors are open to me, and I enjoy it. I did move. This is a new apartment, a new kitchen, yes. So I'm actually not a fan of goat yogurt. I think it is too much. The gaminess paired with the tanginess of the fermentation in the yogurt is like overwhelming for me. I had it from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's carries a goat yogurt, and I had to choke that stuff down because I didn't want to throw it out, but I really didn't like it. So if you guys have a goat yogurt that you like, you should let me know, but I do not like the one from Trader Joe's. I need to also add in some yeast. Did I not say that right? I'm really trying yeast. Is that not right? God damn it. Yeah, Budget Eats, great show. Loved my coworkers. Unfortunately, owned by Hearst, terrible media company to work for, very anti-union. However, the workers at Hearst Magazines just got their union contract, so hooray. I was fired. If you're new here, I'm no longer with Delish. You don't need yeast in your youtiao, but I like it because it makes it slightly more poofy and airy. You can just do baking soda and powder. My original recipe for youtiao that I made for Delish does not contain yeast. It also contains much less liquid than I am using now. As you can see, this is a very loose dough. I made the dough for Delish very stiff because I wanted to shape it to look like the traditional youtiao shape, mostly for photo purposes. But I've discovered after making youtiao for Lala for over a year now that I actually like this consistency of dough. I fold it a couple of times if I have time, like sourdough, to build up the gluten structure. And then because I use this batch for about a week worth of youtiao, I keep it in the fridge, and it slightly ferments a little over those days, but for the most part it doesn't affect the structure very much. this consistency, I basically just wet my hands, lift up a chunk of it, and then scissor it to cut it, and I drop it straight into the oil, and it just blooms and puffs perfectly. So how many days? I mean, I would not keep it past 5, honestly, but sometimes I go a whole week. I think towards the last 2 days you can see the dough kind of deflating because the yeast basically, like, oh, I didn't say that one right, did I? It basically chews through all of its food and it doesn't really do the job anymore, and you can also start to smell a certain tang on the dough. Cap T, you have like a very trolly way of messaging. It's not meant to be a critique. I'm just making an observation. I enjoy the diversity in expressions in these chat rooms. Welcome. And I make congee. Yep, I make a lot for Grandma. I'm basically the only thing I can give her now to make her satisfied is daily walks and food. And if I have enough energy to make her the foods that she likes, I try to do my best to make it. Right now I'm on a live and I'm like, why not? I want to make another spicy chili oil, so I'm gonna do it. So I'm doing it. The usual lifespan is about 5 days. Does she thank me? I mean, Chinese people aren't good at saying thanks. And also, older people are not supposed to be saying thanks to younger people. But sometimes she says it. Mom tried to have a full-time job and take care of Grandma around the clock, meaning Mom was doing quadruple the amount of work that I'm doing. I'm not even taking care of Grandma around the clock. I'm only basically sinking 2 hours of my life into Grandma. I don't have to live with her. I am #blessed to not have to live with her right now. So I can't imagine what Mom was going through in the pandemic. Alone, at home, full-time job, 24/7 with Grandma and her nasty ass attitude and habits. Grandma is so dirty, guys. Like, my uncle agrees too. It's just like a mess. Her bed's always a mess. It's always got like little tiny papers on it. Her scissors is on there. Her glasses are on there. Her pens are on there. Pieces of her hard-boiled egg from breakfast are on there. I look at everyone else's bed on her floor. Nobody has a bed as messy as hers. That is the trauma brain, right? She's just hoarding everything in her vicinity as close as she can reach for it. Her pillow area is basically a mountain high stacked of diapers and paper towels that she's hoarded from everywhere. And I can't do anything about it. So I don't do anything about it. All right. Is this jar clean enough? I don't know. Let's find another jar. Which jar, Erin? Which jar do I want to give you? This jar. This jar looks pretty. Can you see? Don't know if you can see. When Bernie, when our country gets its shit together, aka never. When Bernie. Don't break my heart tonight. Lots of Crispies. Lots of Crispies. Ready? Ready? It's not as spicy, actually. As she looks for what to eat. I might go in for another bite, y'all. I need more spoons. Who wants to buy me spoons? I think this needs time to marinate. I can taste all the components being delicious, but they're not cohesively blended yet. It's hitting. It's hitting. Yeah. Oh God, help me. I'm gonna do 3/4 cup of oil, and we're gonna fry some cashews in here. Okay. It diffuses the heat. It is flaring these parts of my lips and also the back part of my tongue and also the tip and 50% of the edges of my tongue, but it is not painful anymore actually. So this is very interesting because fat eliminates some of your spice perception. But yeah, it might hurt my butt tomorrow for sure. We're gonna add some MSG into ours. I didn't do it for the burlap and barrel one. I think people are still scared of it. So. But mine, for my gochugaru, is gonna have a lot of cashews in it. I'm basically trying to imitate this shit that my friend Dan got for me. It's like Bhutanese. Or, no, it's a Burmese. It's a Burmese blend of like nuts and chilies and garlic and shallots. I don't have all those Crispies, but I could possibly add some of the caramelized onions in here. Why not? Yeah, let's treat ourselves.
I've not gotten to make any ice cream recently, but I want to. I had a viewer gift me her ice cream machine, so I need to do something with it. Are you enjoying our time together? Ooh, our congee is ready. You lost your MSG. That is the saddest thing I've ever heard. How does one lose MSG? You should just buy it. Treat yourself. Beautiful congee. Beautiful congee. Nice and silky, slightly thickened with the glutinous rice, which has disappeared into the liquid. You have semi-shapely red beans, a little bit sweet. We'll taste it when it's cooler to see if we need to add more sugar to it. Probably will need to add a little bit more sugar to it. Usually 2 or 3 tablespoons go in after the cooking process to taste. Wonderful. If I start to see smoke, usually it is ready. I'm trying to not add the dust here. It's gonna burn. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more gochugaru flakes, huh? And maybe a little more sesame too. I don't think I have enough in here, honestly. YOLO. Guys, I think I need more dating advice. Who's got more dating advice for me? Just how do you know if someone's not a fuckboy? I just need to know how to stay away from the bad peoples. They're turning golden. Yay. Yeah, advice is don't. I hear you. I totally hear you. Lasai. Lasai. If you're worried they might be, they probably are. I mean, I think after my last dating experience, I'm worried that everyone is now, because that one was so horrible. Send you a photo, you'll tell me their life story. Wow. That is service right there. Cashews might be a little burnt. Beautiful color on the gochugaru. All right, let's go in with our garlic and shallot now. Jason, you're gay? How does dating a gay guy work? What is this? You mean friends? Sandra, I'm not sure what to make of that sentence. I'm not sure I quite understand you. So, okay, you're gonna be my gay husband, so we're just in it for taxes, or what? I don't think I've shown you guys the clown, thankfully. But Jason, don't you want a lover who can give you what you need that I can't give you? Also, I don't know you, girl. I don't know you. I don't know you at all. We should all be in it for the taxes, honestly. That's what we should all be in it for. Cuddle, watch movies, make food with me. Sounds good. That's really all I want. Do you think after some time you and Aaron could maybe find each other again? We never lost each other. We just need a different arrangement of connection now. The romance is gone. I love how supportive you guys all are of a gay marriage. Or rather, a marriage to a gay man. You could find a sister wife. You guys are hilarious. You guys crack me up. I also, gotta be honest with you, I also am not opposed to the throuple concept as an asexual person. I think it could work, you know, to everyone's benefit, honestly. So let me just show you how gorgeous the gochugaru oil is. Way more vibrant, for sure. This one, not too vibrant, but it's gonna taste good. Why are you trying to wife so many of us, Jason? That's my question. I love this chat. You guys are hilarious. I'm gonna taste one of these cashews just so I can tell you how burnt it is, because it's pretty burnt. But I think the thing about this is because it's a condiment, I won't mind that it's very burnt. Let's just call it toasty. Do you guys have any opinions on what your ideal cinnamon raisin bread is? Because I'm going to develop one, I think. Heavy on the cinnamon, light on the raisins. Do you want a raisin in every slice? No raisins? What the hey? You guys are trolling. You guys are so trolling. The jury is everywhere tonight. Oh wow. Walnuts just entered the chat. I like Amy's idea. I also agree. I think raisins in the dough, but not in the cinnamon mixture. Making chili oil is tiring. We're gonna have to eat something in here because I don't want to scrape it no more. Good night, Tracy. Guys, this is supposed to be a recipe for burlap and barrel. I'm not gonna go cray-cray on it, okay? It's not a recipe we're developing for June. It's a recipe that June is developing for burlap and barrel. It's for other people. Let's not go too crazy here. I think I ended up using too much oil, unfortunately. I did not want this much oil. Alas. The best laid plans of mice and men do not account for how spatially challenged man is. You know what? You know how happy I was to discover how short Mice and Men was as a book? It meant fewer pages I had to read for school. I currently have green raisins, but I think I need to buy purple ones. Because I feel like cinnamon raisin bread has to be made with purple ones, you know? Like, or I would go to Trader Joe's and I would get the mixed raisin medley. You know that one that I'm talking about? Oh, that's hot. Ow. We're gonna do something crazy. You ready? We're gonna eat cake with this chili oil, okay? Who qualifies as a stoner? Because I think I am one. It's very interesting. I'm not sure there's any spice in here. Oh, there's a little bit. It's more like a black pepper spice. The thing is, I ate like a stoner before I ever started smoking weed. So I don't think it's the smoking weed part that turned me into a stoner diet trash panda. I think I was just born a stoner. You know, some are born with it. I like it. Aaron would always ask me, are you high? 100% of the time it was a no. All right. We're gonna end the night with a little bit of 10% fat vanilla Greek yogurt in our chili oil bowl. And then I gotta go sleep. Aaron did not partake in smoking with me. He has anxiety when he smokes. So he does not enjoy smoking. New scoop, guys, fresh scoop, just for you, okay? Wow, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a special moment. This is basically ice cream, except it's not frozen. It adds a maturity to these sweets. I can see why chili oil works so well on ice cream. It gives it depth. We're gonna label our chili oil concoctions, and then I am going to end the live and disappear from the internet. Do I still exist if I disappear from the internet? Goodbye, communal husband and all. Bye.